Hello, my name is Maria Becerra. In the following, you will hear a brief introduction about myself, and I will also share what I know about dual language education. To start off, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in El Paso, Texas, and still reside in El Paso, Texas. I was born on October 17th, 1980. Yes, I just turned 39. My hobbies consist of traveling, trying new restaurants, spending time with my family, and staying at home and relaxing while binge watching TV shows. I have two daughters, Emma, who is 8, and Cassandra, who is 10. I am going on 10 years of marriage with Manny. I am a Green Bay Packers fan, so go Pack Go to all my fellow Packer fans out there. I work for the Clint Independent School District and I am housed at Ricardo Estrada Middle School. I am an LPAC clerk with them. LPAC, of course, which is our Language Proficiency Assessment Committee. I work with the committee in ensuring all files are kept up to date. We are in compliance with the state of Texas. I assess and place ESL students coming into the school as newcomers or transfers. I keep in constant contact and monitor their progress. I try to make them feel comfortable as soon as they come into our doors to ensure that they have someone to talk to if they need to. I make myself available to them at all times. I know going into a new place, uh, a new world for them at times can be a bit intimidating, so I always make myself available to them. From what I know, and what I've gained from the previous courses that I've taken, is that dual language education consists of basically teaching in two languages. Um, I've seen videos putting it into play where uh, basically we teach the English language arts, reading and writing in English, and then science, math, and social studies are taught in Spanish. Um, it's proven that children have a way of grasping uh, both languages, let's say Spanish, if English is their primary language. It's easy for them to capture the language if they are being taught a term or a concept in English and then being introduced to the same concept or term in Spanish. So, by ensuring and using words or concepts that can easily be used between both languages, students should be able to transfer what they previously know, their primary language, whether it be English or Spanish, and use it to understand a second language. This can go both ways. If there's a student that only knows Spanish and is learning English, or vice versa, a student's primary language is English but is learning Spanish. That's where the dual language education comes in. It's not widely known or used in my district. My district does not use it whatsoever, but it's being introduced by other neighboring districts. So hopefully it will uh, come into play in the district that I work for, because I do see the benefits it has for those who, let's say, only speak English and those who only speak Spanish. To give you an example, and from what I understand, um, let's say we have a teacher who is reading, who is going to use the reading time to read a book that can be bilingual or in English. Uh, and basically reading it out loud, showing the pictures so that kids can put a word to a picture and understand that that word is that picture. Then they need to also incorporate what's being taught in during reading time to, let's say, a subject that comes in the afternoon, let's say science, using the terms that were used or uh, taught during reading time, using the terms in science, but in Spanish, the students can make that connection needed to understand the word and gain that concept, gain the knowledge of both the word in English and the word in Spanish. Like I said, whether it's the English student learning Spanish or the Spanish student learning English. In my opinion, it's a win-win for everyone. The newcomer, let's say we have a newcomer who's learning English, they're going to feel less intimidated knowing that there's a student who only speaks English trying to learn the Spanish language. There's going to be less of a intimidation factor coming into play and allowing for that learning to happen, that learning experience that's needed, and hopefully become successful.